Welcome to the front row seat. I am out on another walkabout. See what's going on out here. I think the rain has dried up a little bit. I'm gonna go back this way. My favorite. Today is first day of March. It is no longer February. And today in Texas, we got just beautiful weather. I'm in shorts, short sleeve for the first time in 2025. Ah, it's just so lovely, so warm. Oh, goodness. You know, I was talking to somebody the other day and we were talking about, we've got a little bit of, let's see, the tree fell down. Let's see, how can we do this without it scratching me? So anyway, we were talking about looking in at yourself and know thyself, finding those things within yourself that might be creating your reality that you're not aware of, that you're not conscious of, bringing the consciousness, the unconscious into consciousness, making the unconscious conscious. Then you have all those choices and are able to do more things. So we were talking about, this is hard and makes me feel bad about myself when I find these things in myself I don't like. And then we were going back and forth and I said, yeah, and these things we don't like about ourselves, well, we're humans and all humans have this within them. So it's not like it's, you're just bad. No, it doesn't. It's not bad or good. It just is. It's just what's there. We have all of the instinctual side and everything of, being a human being, which is a little more complicated than, say, a zebra. They just do zebra things. And being a human, you have to do human things, and it's much, much more complicated within all that. And as we were talking, I said, yeah, it is difficult. And I said, but then you think about it, it's kind of like a layer cake. You're in the month of February. It's cold. And it's kind of interesting how the weather kind of mirrors this, kind of process. It's too cold outside to really want to be out there. And it doesn't feel good, so we'll stay in a little bit more. Then you've got the cold weather, and then when it rains, it's just, the older you get, it causes your bones to ache. It's kind of a painful process, getting through February. It has the worst weather here in Texas. It's the coldest, and it has the most rain or snow or whatever it's going to do. And it's just, it doesn't feel very good. So the body doesn't feel good, and you have to do extra work to keep your body feeling okay. And then on top of it, you're in this space of doing inner work that, is very helpful in the long run. So there you are. It's February, blah, blah, blah. I don't feel good. And I'm not a happy camper. That's kind of how February is. So I was talking about that a few weeks back, and it's like, February is just not a good IP. It's not a happy IP dress. February is really, it's a few months after Christmas. Everybody's, recovering. And it's a time of work and recoup, because everybody wants to be, you know, in a space where when the spring gets there, you can get out and go do things and go enjoy the beautiful weather that's coming, especially here in Texas, because we know what's coming. The Sahara Desert. And so in the spring, it's just my favorite. Everything starts feeling better. Ooh, the water's clear. Everything starts feeling better. Everything doesn't ache as much. There's usually some fish in here, but not today. Nope. And I just noticed, you know, as I started my walk today in my shorts, just how good it felt to be outside and on a pretty day. And then I just felt everything else feel better too. And all the work I've been doing is starting to pay off, and I'm really starting to see good progress in a couple of areas that I've been working on the last couple of years. A few years before that was just working in other areas, but the last few years I've really been focused on knowing myself, finding out what's in there, what's in me. And what you're looking at when you look in is, it's not just you, it's you, your family that came before you, because all that's in there too. All that gets passed down. You got, you know, things from your mother's side that came down through her line. You got things on your father's side that came down through his line. So when you're looking in, you're not just seeing you, you're seeing you and the ideas of those that were come before you and around you. So it's not about blame or any of that. It's about just kind of seeing a bigger picture and not taking everything that you find within yourself personal. It's not a character defect. It's just what is from whatever they were going through at the time. And especially through, you know, really strict religious times when that's what you have to believe and you can't believe anything else. Because most of the time I found religion kind of keeps you out of any inner work. It's just all about, you know, if your ideas and your opinions are correct within the mainstream culture. And if it's not, you better get to working on that. Being born in the South, it's going to have a strong religious, you know, thing coming in there. And, you know, as you go back through each successive generation, well, it's even more strict then. So I'm one of the lucky ones. I get to think what I want to and form my own opinions around what I observe and what I make of it, which is what I like to do. I remember being in that church long, long ago, and I know that religion does help some people, and other people it doesn't. It gets in their way. But when I was super young, I went to church every Sunday, and I just remember sitting there thinking, I don't know about all this. I was questioning things even back then. So I think it was just my path to be a big curious observation of what is going on in this reality or realm or whatever it is, and how do I, you know, find my place in it, and what is that, and what is all that about? It's been an interesting little journey. But as I, look back and look at everything I've been through my whole life, every single one of them that I struggled through ended up helping me in the long run. So it wasn't there to hurt me. It was within me, and it was just being reflected out so that I could, see it. And, this conscious mind thing, it's just, our mind is so powerful. We can just not be aware of things and push things that we find unfavorable about ourselves. Just push that out of the way and not even see it. Unless you're looking for it. And being aware of your environment and what's going on in it. And if you look really close at it, you can see all those elements of you. That it's all there. I had a talk with some really interesting people yesterday, and that's what we were talking about. It's like, well, what if, this is just you, and each one of us is having our own individual self-stimulation. It's just you interacting with this in this medium, and that there really isn't anything out there. All there is in here. And out there is only coordinates with information. You go to another place. Well, that is a coordinate within the mind. You go there, take your physical avatar there. Then it starts feeding you the data from that perspective. So anytime you're in a room, whatever's going on, you can look at it and kind of take a snapshot of what's going on here. What who are the people? What are they like? Just observe, because that scene, those scenes, I think that we create in our own mind, and the ones that you're familiar with just keep showing up because they're in your mind, and it's just reflected back to you again. And if you can use the data coming in as a roadmap or a pattern, you can see where you're at and where you're trying to go. And I don't really think that we are in this realm to be punished. I think we're in this realm to learn. It's just learning has pain in it. Yeah. And then once you accept that, yep, there's pain in life, and then just move on, then it doesn't really matter as much anymore. And you live long enough, you're gonna have enough pain to worry. Just ignore it. Yeah, it's gonna be there. It's not going on right this minute, so I'm gonna enjoy myself right now. Ooh, first warm day. It's just so nice. So in that talk yesterday, we kind of, went around that, and what if your environment that you're in, is self-created, created out of your mind, consciousness, larger consciousness, whatever you want to call it. What if all that's coming out of your mind and you're getting what you need specifically to help you with where your consciousness is at and focused at, and what the quality of it is? Is there a lot of fear in it, or is there, less fear, more love? I mean, what's in there? without judging it, because it's not bad. It just is. It's there, you know. There's no way you could have done all that yourself. No way at all. Because the ideas you hold and carry, a lot of times are just things that other people around you when you're growing up held and carried. I've seen that a bunch of times. Yeah, I'm here at a chi energy gathering spot. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change the name of everything. Make it my own, because it might be. And looking out into the bigger picture, and you know what other people are thinking and thinking about, and seeing it through the lens of how's this gonna help people. Well, one thing about it, what if it gets too wonky out in the physical? Well, it's makes it a lot easier to go in. And because I really don't think anyone's in control. No one. I don't think anybody can control this. Everything that happens in this realm, I don't think it's a controllable thing. Yeah, you can manipulate and do things like that, but control? I don't know. Because in the end, there's always free will. You can make your own choices. And when you're not making those choices out of what you should do within your culture and all those things, when you're making choices based on what you think, then you really can do what you want to. To an extent, you know, there is, you push too, you know, usually there is a space. You can just be yourself, and as long as you're not trying to make others be like you, then, you're good. But it's that, if we try manipulating or controlling other people, you just get pushed back because they have their own free will too. I tried that. It didn't work. There was reasons for it. Usually fear. It's always the culprit. I look around in there and I think this thing is completely over here, and there it is. It's just my fear again. That's why I like when I do find some fear somewhere in me. I don't want to like run and hide seek. I found this fear. Okay, I'm not going to think about that anymore. I want to, well, what is it? What is this fear and why is it there? I want to find it, drag it out by its legs, have a go at it, talk to it, and then give it some more information. Go, well, wait a minute. Let's see. I was a child, not responsible for my own self yet. So I didn't have free will choice then, but I do now. So I get to choose. Ooh. Sounds like a really big bee's nest or something. What in the world is that? Oh, that's some kind of, it sounded like a bee's nest or something. That's a that's a sound coming from upstream somewhere. Ooh, I bet it's gonna be. See that dark spot? That's where fish like to hang out. And they get the smaller ones. Oh, there they are. They get the smaller ones coming off of that ridge there. Huh. So yeah, just walking around. This is March. I am on the spring IP address, which has all kinds of good things in it. Makes everything a little bit easier. Hang in there. And just bit by bit, piece by piece, just knowing what's there, not judging it, letting it be there. Just is. And it's okay. I'm going to continue my walk. Everybody have a lovely day. And here we are. The worst of winter is done. Have a good day.